Disclaimer, this was a free code provided to us by the Idea Xbox program. Licensed products and present ideas, that's what we came here for, no? And of course, being Christmas season, what better present idea to go and get your children? Well, Scalextric, the game. Well, okay, this seems like something which would be pretty difficult to mess up. I mean, on paper it's pretty simple. Build a track, power up with some electricity, put some cars on it, and off you go. In fact, the digital version of this should be pretty much easier. You won't have to mess around with the bristles on the bottom of your car, or even expend time fiddling around with pieces trying to build a track of your dreams, which, I mean, in my childhood was pretty dreadful, as I'd always kind of run out of pieces and just get sad because I'd end up with just a small ring. Wait, what? Scalextric was developed by Sabec, I think that's how you pronounce it anyway, and self-published onto the Xbox One via the Idea Xbox program. Woo! Apparently this company's been around almost as long as I have. Started in 1993 and claiming to be the creators of high-quality, innovative games using intellectual property and original content. So essentially they reached out to the licensees of Scalextric, I believe it's Hornby Games, and asked if they could have permission to make a game for a set fee. Then the geezers at Scalextric said, alright mate, have a go at it, and took the money, or cut the sales, and let Sabec do their thing. And to be around for 25 years and have only a handful of mobile titles, and for this to be a first console release, well, that's a bit weird. But hey, who am I to judge? Let's not pull this off, and let's see how Scalextric is. So what bang do you get for your buck? Scalextric has a range of features from 4 cars to choose from, with 4 different paint jobs each, and a total of 12 tracks. You can also build your own track, which you generously have 4 slots to choose from. The game also has 2-player local multiplayer and online leaderboards, and if you dig deep into the settings you'll also have some various stuff such as an audio mixer, difficulty selector, number of laps, and a yes/no setting for dark. And honestly, the game completely feels like this setting is always on us, sitting in pitch black doing nothing while yelling out Scalextric, Scalextric would be a lot more fun. So I'm sorry, I've broken. The kinks instantly show from the main menu, excluding the weird techno-Viking trance music which feels quite out of place. You can only navigate through the menus using a thumbstick, which is quite weird as I've always found it easier with a D-pad. Scores are the equivalent to leaderboards, and it's quite amusing because even this feature is broken. It's meant to record your lap times, but the problem is the timer doesn't even go over 60 seconds. Once it does, it resets back down to 0. So, for instance, lap time of 1 minute and 15 would end up on the leaderboards as 15 seconds per lap. And that's even if you're lucky enough to get the screen to open, as more often than not, it's just a spinning circle. The gameplay itself is bland enough to make even the most hardcore of fans shed tears, as the controller only has 2 inputs. Right trigger to accelerate, and once you let go of it, it decreases your speed, which is represented at the top right by a meter, and Y to change the camera. The 2 camera choices, and, well, both are just as equally bad as each other, and yeah, that's about it really. The AI is extremely inconsistent and can go from moments of constantly kind of flying off the track to being an ace while you can be flung off from any part of the track at kind of any given moment really. It's all hit and miss. The actual track layouts though are one of the extremely few minute redeeming features of this game. I think it's actually the only redeeming feature, but yeah, they're done well enough that you can actually recognise their real life counterparts, and I really did enjoy racing on tracks like Sepang, Catalunya and the Circuit de Spa. I was extremely also interested in the nighttime feature, imagining it to be fun, but yeah, this game, just imagine having Scalextric in real life, turn the lights off in your room, and then trying to play. Yeah, doesn't end well. As for the track editor itself, it's extremely simple and comes only with 12 pieces. I mean, you can use as many pieces you want as far as I know, but the game has no bridges, slaloms, or anything cool like that. You know, back in childhood I used to have all the kind of badass pieces, but sadly, yeah, it's just a simple design with a flat surface. And upon creating your track and saving, you then get the options to test run against a local player or AI. And while everything isn't exactly going well at the moment on this review, Scalextric yet again manages to surprise me. More bugs. Finally, after all your practice, you beat the AI and rejoice, only to be met by an ever-ending loading screen. Yep, after each and every race, the game will crash. While this doesn't stop you getting the achievements for winning races, having to quit out and reload is quite extremely taxing, but still more fun than the actual game itself. Oh, no! Which is quite a shame. The only true justice of this game comes from the fact it's only sold in the UK region. I'm so glad that more people don't have to be exposed to this suffering. If you really wanted to buy this game for yourself and you're not from the UK, and I don't know why you would, but you can just change the UK region anyway, you know, none of the boxes are region locked, and then you could buy it. But to be very honest, this game makes me want to revisit my childhood, grab all the Scalextric pieces I've ever encountered and owned, and burn them. Burn it all. This game has not only been the worst of 2018, but let there be a stark warning. The game comes equipped with audio in-game to let the whole neighbourhood know you're playing. I had to fend off hundreds of angry residents who realised what I was playing, and I'm sorry to say, you'll have to as well.